On
All
to
right,
the
so I
finale.
guess
The
super dumbass.
super dumbass. Jon Kent, Superman of Metropolis. Um, do you want to talk about the story for this one?
Uh, you can handle it.
Okay, yep. So continuing off from
Just like I don't give a shit.
the previous issue, brain cells. Surprise, surprise. Turned out to be a villain. Oh no. Um,
Wow.
has taken Metropolis from John. And John's not particularly happy about that. But weirdly enough, because I'll talk about the cover later on, but so John is confronted by clones of Superman from like different eras. So you have like Golden Age, yeah, Golden Age Superman. You have like
Post crisis.
yeah, post crisis. You have Return of Superman, Superman, like, and then like New 52 or Rebirth Superman, like all
I think it was
fighting.
like DCU. I thought that was like specifically like Grant Morrison Action Comics Superman.
Oh, one of those did appear, but the one with doesn't have the iconic like red underwear. It just has like a circulish
The
belt.
T-shirt.
No, there was a Superman that had like you know when pre Flashpoint Superman came back, but he didn't have like the proper iconic like outfit back yet. He
He
just
had like the black and white suit. Yeah.
no, no, not even that. Like when he properly came back and would star in Superman in Action Comics again, he wore a Superman outfit that didn't have the red underwear. It had like
Oh wait, no, I know what you're talking about now. Yeah.
it was just like plain just blue, but it had like a weird like belt looking thing on it. Yeah, so yeah, that one
Oh
appeared.
yeah.
So yeah, and while all of that is going on, Kara wakes up, realizes what's going on, takes the Shrieking Ray, whatever it is, with her to go save Metropolis and confront brain cells. Then John is just like, I need to be more confident in myself, and pulls an intellectual move, defeats all the clones, defeats brain cells, and forces brain cells to help Kara fix the Shrieking Ray so they can return Metropolis back. And he's like, I'm gonna be the Superman of Metropolis. He said it. He said the name of the book.
He said it. He said it.
And I'm wondering here. It felt like John was supposed to learn a lesson, and they
Didn't learn
tell
anything.
he didn't. Yeah, that's the thing. He didn't learn anything. They try to tell you that he learned something. Learned that to be more confident in himself and to stop worrying about the end of the world. Which I'm just like, at what point in the previous issue did it ever feel like he was worried that the world was ending? Where did this come from? Like that's what he says was defining him as Superman originally. That he was a Superman that wanted to prevent the end of the world. I'm just like, what end of the world? Where did this come from? And also him being like, I need to be more confident in myself. Yeah, like it's like I need to be more confident in myself. And just like, I mean, you've been pretty confident in being a fucking dumbass. Like,
Just the way you said that.
but I felt like he learnt nothing. He learns nothing from this. Nothing that would lead him to be like, I'm gonna be.
But to be fair, we learned some. We learned something. Let's
Well,
not buy this book.
yeah, don't buy this. Yeah, it's Superman on Metropolis. Now, despite the fact we have problems with Superman Worlds of War with the lack of Superman that was in it, this was pointless. Really pointless.
I'd say that gives it like a D grade.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, yeah, story-wise, like, overall, I would give this, like, D plus.
The
Like,
art is the only thing really saving.
literally,
it, even
literally,
then
the only
all
thing
over
that
the
saves
place.
it is the art. The art is actually, like, I would say the art is probably much better in this issue. I don't know, I haven't gone back to read issue number 1, I probably won't, but I feel like the art was much better in this issue. And like I said earlier, let's talk about the cover. Superman and Kara are fighting numerous Brainiac clones, which does not happen. Jon fights.
Comic covers
Jon,
lying? Wow.
yeah. Oh wow, a cover lied.
Unheard of concept.
Next, you say that Jason Aaron is a hack. But yeah, the art was the only thing that was good about this, but yeah, the story, I didn't really care for. I'm like, and also like, why was Brain Cells really a villain here? Aside from the fact that he originated as Brainiac, he's literally
because fuck you.
Because literally because fuck you. He just takes. It's just like I was designed to protect humans, and I'm going to protect humans from you, John. You're an idiot. It's like, well,
to be fair, he isn't wrong. Yeah,
he isn't wrong. Yeah, he's an idiot. But yeah, I felt like whatever lesson John was supposed to learn, he doesn't really learn it. We just get told that he learned these things.
It's like let's compare this to like Into the Spider-Verse, where Miles learns to be Spider-Man as a concept, and also learns like a bunch of he overcomes a bunch of personal struggles along the way.
Yeah.
And Into the Spider-Verse at least showed us those things happening.
Yeah.
So, fuck this book.
Superman and Metropolis, with a lot of how Future State started, is a lot of context that is missing. So, with all that context missing, the conclusion that it wants to reach, the supposed conclusion that John has learned a lesson that improves himself as Superman, for him to be more of a Superman that still follows kind of the codes and such of like that his dad upheld, but also one that would define himself. It fails. It fails to show that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I didn't bother with the backups. Did you read them? Guardian and Mr. Miracle.
One of them was Mr. Miracle, right?
Yes. Shiloh Norman, Mr. Miracle, if I recall correctly.
Yes. But I didn't
exaggerated swagger of an escape artist.
Exaggerated swagger of a miracle.
Was that any better or worse than the...
I don't know. I didn't read it.
Oh, you didn't read it? And no one cares about Guardian.
People cared about Guardian at once?
Yeah.
Whoa.
You know, once upon a time, people cared about Sentry. Not anymore.
Is it weird that like he dresses like in a cop uniform? Like he has like a Metropolis bulletproof vest?
I think that's the point with the Guardian. I honestly think that is supposed to be the point of Guardian, considering his shield, for most of the time, is kind of like designed like a badge, like a police badge.
Sure.
I mean, I guess so.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Could be.
You'd have to consult a Guardian fan, and the thing is, none of them exist. much like Sentry fans, they don't exist. Only one of them poked their head up when they saw that Sentry was a King in Black. It's like, oh, look.
And then they're like, yeah, what happened?
And then he died. Yeah,
he died.
Then he died. As soon as Sentry died, so did that Sentry fan. their life forces.
They fucking off themselves.
No, their life forces are linked.
It's like when Peter Parker dies in Amazing Spider-Man. I'm gonna fucking shoot myself in the head.
But yeah,
yeah. Superman was shit.
Superman was not good. It was honestly.
I love how you're just like, it wasn't that good, rather than
it was not good. Honestly, of like so far of like Future State, this is probably the worst. I would say, like, of what we've read so far, that could change depending on how.
Who wrote this one again?
Let me get it up. Sean Lewis. Not familiar with their work.
I'll take it. I'll take their word for it. I don't know.
Yep. So Sean Lewis, you failed. You failed.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. But John Timms and Gabe Eltabe, you succeeded in drawing something good. So pats on the back for you two, gentlemen. Not for you, Sean.
No, be gone.
Be gone. Yeah, but yeah, honestly, depending on how everything else wraps up, Superman or Metropolis is probably the worst one to come out of
The
Future
worst.
State.
Yeah.
Just because it was just nothing. And you just had John acting like a fucking buffoon.
I thought you said baboon, and then I realized, buffoon.
Buffoon. Nah, John ain't gonna. He's not gonna, embrace Monk. Like,
Reject humanity.
Reject humanity.
Embrace monkey.
Monk. But yeah, Superman Metropolis, worst of this week's releases that I've read. I don't know. Like we didn't read Harley Quinn or Swamp Thing because we don't care.
And then we found out, like at the last minute, that Flash was this week, but we didn't read it.
Yeah.
So we'll do it next week.
I mean, I guess it was supposed to be, yeah.
It was supposed to be this. It was supposed to be last week, but it came out this week.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't know why it released early. Like, I want to check my solicits. Like, I don't even have it written down in my solicits, so maybe that's why I got confused. Usually it's a second week thing, but I don't know, who knows. But yeah, Superman, worst of this week, probably worst overall of Future State. Wonder Woman, good art for the majority, but really faltered with the story and how it ended. And next Batman, it's there. Getting a bit cluttered.
It's going to end with like a wet fart.
Oh, it will. Considering, like, so far, like, both, despite the fact our feelings on both of them and how they're kind of, like, close to one another to a degree, both Wonder Woman and Superman of Metropolis ended in wet farts. It's just like, hey, let's set up for a continuation, which doesn't really continue because Future State's timeline is convoluted and it's a 2-month event that doesn't continue in any way, aside from prequel series. But they're prequels, they're not continuations in the traditional timeline sense. So I feel like, for the first week of February, given that we've had 2 titles in, I'm not looking forward to how everything else is going to end if this is what we're getting. Like, everything's just going to end.
I just want my fucking Jessica Cruz. Oh, it's just going to end up in Ruby. Never mind.
Yep, you brought that on.
We did get Far Sector this week.
Yep.
I liked it.
Oh yes, you said to me you wanted to talk a bit about Far Sector. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna keep it relatively brief, just because I don't think anyone in your chat or mine is also reading Far Sector. But This is one of those books that has been really good and like swept under the rug, just because
it's not Batman.
It's a young animal. Yeah, it's not Batman, and it's a young animal book. So I'm surprised.
DC doesn't care. DC doesn't care about their other lines, despite the fact they make a big deal about it when they first announce them.
Yeah, like
guys, remember Milestone was supposed to come back this month? Huh? Remember that?
At least this book is getting its 12 issues and not like, Doom Patrol Weight of the Worlds, which got canceled 5 issues in.
Yeah, I really feel like with Doom Patrol, I don't think they know what to do with it.
Well, and also they probably wanted to cash in on the show, but they keep forgetting that no one reads comics.
Yeah. I think Doom Patrol hit its peak with, like, Grant Morrison, and then after that it was just like...
They don't know what to do with it after that.
Hey guys, look, they're a New 52 Justice League for a scene. It's just like, no one knows who they are. Let's be honest.
and I've also had trouble with making people take the books here, because, okay, Screen Rant did that article on, like, there were memes in the book, like how people use memes as, like, a form of currency.
Yeah.
It's a lot more intricate than that, but that fucking Screen Rant article has made it impossible for me to get anyone else to read this goddamn book.
Well, that's screen rant.
because that's all.
Screen rant,
That's because
ruining everything as usual.
yeah. So it's one of those books that like I have to like really get people to look into, but they've gone a lot closer to like the police procedural bit, along with the high concept, you know, tech and drug stuff.
Yeah.
If anyone in either of your chat or in my who is from my audience tuning into Chris's stream, there's some obvious commentary on the war on drugs, but in the context of a sci-fi environment, it's very easy to gloss over that. Jamal Campbell's art is gorgeous. I know I shouldn't have to say that every issue, but I think it bears repeating because he's one of those artists that you really should pay attention to as time goes on. Because I think they're setting out to do some great things, and I think Far Sector, once it gets collected in like hardcover, this is going to be one of those books that you should really pick up in collection.
Yeah. I plan to pick it up. It's always something I plan to pick up. So if it comes out in a hardcover, I'll get it.
I really hope it comes out in a hardcover because this is one of those books that like deserves to be hardcover collected.
But we know it won't because it's not Batman.
Batman.
I mean, John Ridley's work is already getting a fucking hardcover, and like
it's getting a deluxe edition.
It's getting a deluxe edition, and he's hardly written anything. He's written like he did what Batman Warzone, fucking some other Batman thing, and then 4 issues of Future State, and then his Second Son's being collected in that, or is that just entirely separate?
I think it was separate.
I'll have a look. John Ridley, Batman.
There is one problem I have with this issue of Far Sector, and that it feels like they've had like a bunch of these different plot lines running in the background, and it feels like they're taking them just now to exposit it, and everything's kind of coming together. So they have to do a bit more exposition than usual to get like all these plot lines to tie together.
Yeah.
But you know, I kind of expected this to happen somewhere, and I'm glad they did it here, and not like the final issue in a Tom King book.
Mm.
I love how we've just like we associate now Tom King with bad endings.
Yes. Okay. So looking here, Batman by John Ridley, the deluxe edition hardcover coming out in June of this year, collects Batman Black and White #1, Batman the Joker Warzone #1, Future State Next Batman #1 to 4, and a previously unpublished story. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 6, 7. So seven issues roughly. For a deluxe edition? No.
To be fair, Murphy's White Knight got a deluxe edition, and it's only 8 issues. So,
I feel like that's mainly because popularity.
They also wanted to jerk off Murphy so that he wouldn't go and do his own stuff. He
wouldn't leave, create her own stuff. Yeah.
Well, to be fair, he's still there.
Yeah, it worked.
So
it worked.
Yeah. He's probably making a shitload of money off of those deluxe editions.